With an American brokered ceasefire in Gaza looking less likely, the battle spread to the Sunday morning political shows, both sides stating their case. Let's take a look.
We are not fanatics, we are not fundamentalists, we do not actually fight the Jews because they are Jews.
You want to recognize Israel as a Jewish state?
No. I said I do not want to live with a state of occupiers.
Hamas has broken 5 ceasefires that we accepted and we actually implemented. They rejected all of them, violated all of them, including 2 humanitarian ceasefires in the last 24 hours. Now they come with their own ceasefire proposal, and believe it or not, they violated even their own ceasefire proposal. They're shooting at us as we speak.
All right, now that Secretary of State John Kerry has returned from the embattled region with nothing to show for his visit, we are left asking, has the administration betrayed our ally Israel? Here with reaction, the author of Counterfeit Lies. He's the host of War Stories. Our friend Colonel Oliver North is back with us. You know, listening to this head of Hamas saying, "Oh, we're not fundamentalists. We're not fanatics. We do not actually fight the Jews because they are Jews." Excuse me, their own charter calls for the destruction of Israel. What part of that?
And of course,
yeah.
When pressed, they deny the right of Israel to exist. You know, Sean, I'm amazed that the backfire that's grown as a consequence of what Kerry tried to do. You know, yelling ceasefire is a desperate bid for attention by the Obama administration. The O team has demanded immediate ceasefires without preconditions in Syria during the civil war early, in Egypt during the coup against Morsi, in the Ukraine 4 times since April, in Gaza now 5 times, and in Libya today. The State Department today blamed Gaddafi for the weekend evacuation of the U.S. Embassy in Tripoli. Newsflash for the White House. Gaddafi's been dead since October of 2011. The United States used to be perceived as a reliable ally. We are no longer seen that way. When I was in Israel last spring, John Kerry called Israel an apartheid state, and he threatened to join a EU boycott of Israel if they wanted to launch one. Obama wants to return to the pre-67 borders of Israel. You might as well say death to Israel. In Moscow, Tehran, Pyongyang, and Beijing, they are laughing at the flaccid U.S. response and the Obama ploy to save Hamas.
You know something?
Hamas has friends. Let me just finish this because it's very important. Erdogan, who is the prime minister of Turkey, is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. They are backing Hamas. The Al Thani dynasty in Qatar is backing Hamas. And the Ayatollahs in Tehran are backing Hamas. What does this tell you about who their friends are? And they talk about us funding Israel? That's just baloney, and you and I know it.
Well, I think it's even deeper than that, because John Kerry is ignoring Israel and talking to Qatar and Turkey and everybody else in the region that is hostile towards. Actually, Egypt blamed Hamas, and that's the largest Arab nation, which I think was a little bit of a surprise to some people here. But it seems that, Madeleine Albright said the world's a mess. We've never had a president this hostile towards our closest ally in the Middle East, ever.
No. And we now see the White House is still backing Maliki in Iraq. They're doing nothing to help the Christians in the northern part of the country. The lesson in all of this has got to be learned. Our allies no longer trust us. Our adversaries no longer respect us, and they certainly don't free us. If you live in Amman, Manila, Seoul, Riyadh, Tokyo, Kiev, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, be afraid. Be very afraid as long as Barack Obama is president and John Kerry is Secretary of State.
Hamas is a terrorist organization. They're dedicated to Israel's destruction. So my question is, if the United States doesn't take sides and doesn't stand with Israel, and they keep calling for a ceasefire before this infrastructure is destroyed, whose side are we on here? Fair question?
Well, we're certainly not on the side of the national security of the United States. The ultimate issue is we cannot exist in this globe, this very disordered globe, without allies. And if you're in any one of those capitals that are counting on us to come to their help, you've got to be very worried about it. And the end result is going to be that many of those countries, once Iran gets the nuclear bombs that they're dedicated themselves to get, once we've released all those sanctions against the Ayatollahs in Tehran, they will build their own nuclear weapons. And so the pillar of Barack Obama's foreign policy, going all the way back to his campaign in 2008, is non-proliferation. The end result is going to be a far more dangerous world than the one we have today.
All right, Colonel North, thank you for being with us.